Okay, sweet. So my name is Shawn Thurlow. I'm career-wise currently in a transition. So I'm actually doing full-time school right now, a coding boot camp. So it definitely keeps me busy and also keeps me sitting in a chair most of the day. So that's kind of what my day looks like usually. I'm married. I've got two girls, and they keep me on my toes as well. And that's kind of my highlight of my day is just being able to spend time with them. So um, I've always, I grew up playing sports and I've always enjoyed being active. Um, so uh, hiking, stuff like that is some of my hobbies. So yeah, that's a bit about me. Yeah. Yeah. So there were a couple of things. Coming into the program, I think my mindset was, I'm going to come in and I'm going to lose some weight and get to a better place mentally as well. So, it was really kind of like physical and mental goals. Um, I was at a place that I was honestly pretty depressed. I was just kind of, in a bad spot there. And so I needed some help. And so those were my two main goals. I didn't have a specific like amount of weight I wanted to lose or anything like that, but I knew that I wanted to kind of get more into a routine of, taking care of my body, taking care of my mind, so that I can be better for myself and then also, for my kids and my family. It was pretty bad. It was a lot of I kind of had a cycle of, I guess, self hate. Like I would, um, overeat, and then I'd kind of get mad at myself, and then I'd say, "Well, I gotta, pump out like a bunch of workouts and go run, a ton to kind of burn off what I did." And so, pretty unhealthy relationship with food, especially, and then just overall, the view of myself, my body, was pretty negative as well. I didn't feel like I was, um, I guess, up, where I wanted to be with that, and so yeah, pretty rough. Yeah, I think a lot of things. Number one was just my mindset of, you know, recognizing, maybe I don't like where I am with my body today, but that's where I'm at, and that's where we've got to start. We've got to make little changes from there. And so, really sitting down and determining with you how I could make, you know, incremental changes instead of, and I think a lot of times my default was like, oh, I'm going to make a huge change, from today to tomorrow. But in reality, it boiled down to, making small things attainable to then, make the change. So start with my mindset, and then that carried over into, getting into a consistent routine with like workouts, and a better relationship in terms of my nutrition and being able to, kind of ask myself before I eat something like, is this going to help me feel better, or is it going to result in me, kind of being in a worse place for it? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, so, well, let's start with, I kind of mentioned a little bit about mindset. So, my mindset, um, instead of trying kind of taking it an all or nothing approach, like, um, I would try to find small wins each day, especially starting in the morning. And so, you know, once I got into more of a routine of getting a workout in, I noticed, seeing some changes in my body. I felt stronger because I was lifting. I felt like, my body was, um, even though I sit at a desk pretty much, for a long time each day, I could feel like I was, when I go and wrestle with my girls or whatever, that I was actually strong enough to do those things. Whereas before, I'd get burned out like pretty quickly. Um, and so yeah, just finding those small wins in terms of the mindset and continuing with that momentum, and then seeing the physical changes in my body, noticing specifically, that my arms and kind of upper body were more of where I wanted it to be. Um, I did lose, like a couple inches around my waist, which was great. My clothes were feeling fitting better. So I didn't necessarily see like a lot of pounds drop on the scale itself, which initially for me was kind of um, a frustration for me. But I noticed definitely that my arms were getting bigger, and I was feeling stronger overall. Which when it comes down to it, um, that's a good change for me. Yeah, I think my favorite thing is just how flexible you are in terms of, a couple of things we talked about is like, my schedule, my responsibilities as a dad and as a student shifted a couple of times throughout the program, and you were more than willing to sit down and take the time and be like, okay, well, let's figure this out. This is the routine we had, and now things are changing, so let's figure something out to make it work for you. I think, that just shows to me like at the end of the day, you care about um, the how I'm doing, and you just want to help me get better and help me reach my goals. Um, so yeah, I think my favorite part is just you're down to earth and able to you're super knowledgeable as well, which is obviously helpful. So yeah, yeah, I would tell them that really your main goal, your core, you want to help them out. You want to help others become their best selves. And I saw that happening with in you working with my wife Sarah, and that's partly what drew me to work with you as well. Seeing the change in her, and so and I've seen that in our time together as well, where really you just care about um, helping me get to where I want to be, get to a better spot, and you use your knowledge, everything like that. The meetings that we had together, just your energy as well was always great. I look forward to meeting with you and getting your feedback and your ideas and your energy for the upcoming week. So, yeah, I would say go forward. Connor's a great guy, a great coach, and he cares about you as a person and where you want to be. Yeah, absolutely, Connor.